Hello everyone, I'm AlecK47. I'm going to be doing a glitchless run. It will be rather different than what you're seeing here, which is with two glitches active. You can see Knuckles is frozen in a weird sprite and also walking on air. Those are things that happen here. And before I get into the actual run I'm doing, it only messed up part of his sprite this time. Sometimes it makes his entire sprite look like that bottom bit there. Anyway, that's enough of that. This is supposed to be no glitches allowed, and yeah. Just had to get a little bit of glitchiness in there because that's half of what this game is. Alright, and without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go. So, the beginning of this run is going to look pretty much exactly the same as any glitched run, because the first glitch that you abuse in the run is not until, at least the first glitch of any real consequence, is not abused until Hydra City 2. I take the low route here. It is ever so slightly slower than the top route, but it is also usually more consistent, except when you hit that slope like I did right away. Guess my lack of sleep is showing, because I'm off to a great start there. It is possible to glitch through that rock if you want to, but obviously I'm not even trying to do that. I don't try to do it normally, but it's a thing you can do called a double spin dash, which is used a few times in the glitched run. Right there, that is not at all a glitch. That is me abusing invincibility frames and the insta-shield. The insta-shield is broken. It is not glitched. It is just really, really strong in this game. Other things, if you're wondering why I'm not running with tails, that's kind of a preference thing. I don't want him getting in my way when I'm fighting bosses, and I don't need him around for any glitches because I'm not doing any glitches, so he gets to take this one off. One of the very few uses of the bubble shield. Use a bounce to get up there quickly. And then I'm going to use the bounce to get up there after getting the lightning shield. And I went for a jump there, but I was late, so I did not jump. It happens. Now, here, I could have done a manipulation with sprites in order to guarantee that the bridge after beating the boss would load in a specific memory state, and therefore, memory slot rather, and therefore I would be able to skip the Knuckles cutscene. But because this is glitchless, and that is pretty clearly a glitch, not doing it. And that I probably should have just paused there. That was a very poor time for me to want to sneeze. I should have just paused. So that's going to cost a little time, unfortunately. Alright, this time I don't have to sneeze, so let's actually do this boss fight properly. I won't be able to hit the capsule quite as quickly, but it's not a huge deal. Now, instead of watching the Knuckles cutscene, I'm actually going to reset, because the game is going to autosave right there when my score tally hits 0, and it is ever so slightly faster to reset and go right into Hydra's City. It saves more time in a couple other places later. Obviously that's not a glitch, so I can do it. If I were doing the glitch route, I would not want to reset before Carnival Night, because there are objects along the top of the screen that do not spawn if you get there without resetting, but I'm not going to be above the top of the stage, so even that doesn't matter. Now this boss is really annoying to try and optimize. Yep, already fell down. Now, Hydra City 2 is basically entirely skipped up until the boss in the glitched route, but you're actually going to get to see the whole stage. And there's debatably a thing you can do to skip a bit of the level that I am not going to do more for the spirit of the thing, but these kind of shoot-like things that you're going to see in a little bit here are very easy to skip through by just doing a spin dash and a jump. So that is debatably something I could do, since it's so easy that you kind of think it might be intentional. But instead, I'm going to do this section here, which would be skipped if I were allowing myself to do that. So I would have been able to get right to here. Yeah, not quite. I also would have been able to save a fair amount of time in this section if I had gotten on top of that loop there, but it's not a terribly big deal that I didn't. I also would have been able to skip right to this section if I were allowing myself to go through the chutes. And I would also be able to skip this section with the same deal. Thanks for the luck, the good professor. So, actually seeing Knuckles here for the first time. And this is not a glitch. The propeller's hitbox is actually small enough that I can stand on the geyser without being hit by the propellers. It's only a couple pixels in terms of the positioning that worked, but that plus insta-shield makes very quick work of that boss. Now, I have to remember here, I want to get on this top path here. So, if I were doing the glitch drill, I would have gone down there. I do not want to spin dash here because there's a glitch that can make you get crushed there, and I want to avoid that for multiple reasons. But I would have been able to get to those speed shoes significantly more quickly if I were able to do glitches. Oh, wait. Again? Almost started to do a glitch there, but I caught myself. Forgot that's the time that you go left to start. Ah. And glitches like the persistent earthquake that are just cosmetic are not things we care about. Things like that just happen in this game sometimes, and there really isn't anything you can do about it. So, any glitchless category in this game will pretty much limit itself to glitches that are abused to save time, whether intentional or not. There's actually one glitch that can happen, but I'm going to make extra sure to not trigger it in Lava Reef 1 that you can get without trying. Wait for the camera to pan. I want to go this way, not the bottom route. Would have been nice if I had my, Oh, come on, come on. Alright. Get up in there. There we go. This is where I want to go. Come on. I wanted to insta-shield there, but I didn't get it. Got knocked back. Some enemies that you don't have to worry about in glitched runs are really obnoxious in Glitchless. I could have got a flame shield off to the right there, but it doesn't actually help, so I didn't bother. Now just make my way through this section. And just miss that cycle. Now I'm going to get as many hits as I can on this boss. So it can be a little tricky. Only got 3. That sucks. The tricky part there is because of the ground. There, got 2 hits there. That's good. Could have got 2 hits there as well, but Tails grabbed me. There we go. So ideally I would have got all of the hits I needed there, and the game would have defaulted to there being 1 hit left on the boss. But I messed up with the positioning and the slope and only got 3. Now this is one where it's very easy to activate a glitch right at the start, so I just take a different path that's slightly faster anyway. There we go. And it is possible to come right out of the elevator and get onto that wheel. I just didn't manage it there. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I did not go down that other path there that is slow. If you get sucked into it. There's also a slope jump that you can do to get up to an elevator and skip this little section, but it will often just not work nicely. I'm gonna try to get a quick boss fight here. Yep, it came that way. Come on. There we go. Not a good boss fight, but whatever. One thing you don't want to do there is charge a spin dash all the way on the right, because you will get a kind of clipping crush death if you do that. And then you have to fight the boss again. Another bad glitch that can happen. Okay, come on. Let me up. There we go. Made it through there nicely, at least. Gonna go up here and get a bubble shield for this section. This allows a little bit of tech. I wanted to jump off that thing so I could have got through that section there. Oh, and I hit the balloon. It also makes it much easier to stop yourself there. Because otherwise those springs are a little annoying to get past. And that's one of those annoying sections, too. Just a lot of stuff that likes to bounce you around. I would have liked to lose my bubble shield there, but that's okay. I'll just keep it, whatever. Keep it until there. Now, this is a rather notorious part. Caught a lot of people as kids, including myself, who did not realize that you could press up and down while on those barrels to get them to go up and down. Just switch to that other path there by jumping onto it. Saves a small amount of time, about 10 seconds maybe. Another encounter with Knuckles. Now another boss that gets destroyed by insta-shield. Sometimes he gets you with that bulb when he drops it, other times he doesn't. It kind of varies. Another reset here. Gave you the whole fanfare. That saves a little bit less time that way. But now we have hard times, so good time for some more sour pleases. Okay, now I have to remember here, I am not activating Slow Glitch, because everything I do, up until the point when I land on this, is the same. Delaying myself a little bit there, so I didn't spin dash right into the crusher. Oh, come on. There we go. I used the insta-shield there to get the lightning shield without actually breaking the ice. That is not a glitch. This path, it's a little bit easier to keep the lightning shield. I mistimed that. And rings don't have capped velocity, and this stage wraps vertically, so sometimes you get hyperspeed rings just trying to follow you and never managing to interact with you because they're going so fast. Was a little bit slow there. I would have rather not lost that lightning shield, because you want one in order to get up to the best path. So I'm actually going to grab the lightning shield and then backtrack ever so slightly at the start of Act 2. I want to go the top route. Top route is faster. Ah, come on. There we go. Now, I'm pressing nothing. Okay. Don't want to go over the stage there. I'm pressing nothing there because there is otherwise a very high chance that you will get subpixels stopped and not be able to get up to this part where I'm at. And that shunts you back onto the lower level, which, again, I do not want. I want to be taking this path. Oh, subpixels. Speed and subpixels do weird things. Sometimes that's one of the more benign ones. That's just a subpixel stop, like I mentioned earlier. That's a pretty frequent place for it to happen because you're going so fast, but fortunately it's not a bad one. And that's one of those cases of detrimental glitch that is practically impossible to avoid just playing the game normally, so if we were really anal about that, this category would not work. And I actually finished this stage in about this only a little bit slower than I would have finished the entire zone if I were doing a glitched speedrun. Because you beat the Act 2 boss in Act 1 in the glitched run. Get that fire shield, it saves a little bit of time up here. Whoop. Went past it. Nice. Gonna go for a little swag. Oh no, I can't anymore. I killed that guy. Alright. I was going to jump out of that early and jumped right into the thing there. I want to go this way to get speed shoes. Because coming right up here, if you don't have the speed shoes, you can't get far enough left to get onto that cylinder thing, whatever it is, and getting right onto that saves a little bit of time. That was a glitch. I kind of clipped into the spikes hitboxes. Again, it's a detrimental thing. It kind of just happens when you're playing this game. Don't want to get crushed by that guy there. Yeah, I know. I'm going to get banned so many times over. Oh, jeez. I do that sometimes. I tend to play that aggressively. Usually I make it through there, but not always. That takes me back a bit, unfortunately. Not terribly far, but it's a ways back. Oh, come on. I'll take the other path this time. It's a little bit slower. Yeah, there are a lot of crush deaths, especially in the Sonic 3 portion of the run. Okay. No, I don't want to go up there. I want to go down here. I had a little brain fart there for a moment. This is the path I want. Going that way would have just led me to a big ring, and I'm not getting Chaos Emeralds, so that doesn't matter. It is possible to get more double hits against that boss, but it doesn't really save much time. Now I am going to make sure I'm in the standing position there, because that is one of the more notorious soft locks. It is pretty annoyingly likely, if you spin out of that red spring that I hit, that you will just clip right into the slope. Now there's a little clip you can do here to get to this bubble shield faster. Saves a few seconds, but I want the shield because I can use the bubble bounce to take a route Sonic normally can't take and is really just a thing for tails. Skip a section in an entirely glitch-free way. And I have to remind myself not to do a double spin dash through these spikes because it's a nice little swag strat that saves a very small amount of time. But it is a glitch. So what a double spin dash does is it pans a sprite-based object off the camera, which makes it not there for a very small amount of time. And then the second spin dash gets you past it. Get dumped, Knuckles. What kind of DBZ game would it be if you couldn't level up your attacks? That's like half of DBZ's runtime is powering up. Insta-shield is overpowered. What can I say? Now this is one of the 2 resets that saves the most time. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't played that game. But you gotta figure there's a way to do it. Anyway, I actually played Mushroom Hill Glitchless. There is a level wrap in Act 1, and there's some more glitchiness you can do in Act 2. But it doesn't save a ridiculous amount of time. So, the fact that the door clip to get to the level wrap just hates me means that I normally play Mushroom Hill this way anyway. It's deceptively tricky to get that bounce, to get the speed juice, and get all the way back up. I miss it more often than I'd like to admit. Wow. Hitting all the enemies here. I do not want that fire shield, because I can beat the boss a little bit faster with insta-shield. Assuming I get the insta-shield. Nice. So, it's actually deceptively hard to get that lightning shield, and especially to get it quickly, because it only is on the very left edge of the screen. There is one frame that you can jump from right as Sonic exits that state. I'm not going for it because it's a little bit of a glitch. At least a gray area. You're jumping in midair and not using the lightning shield ability to do it. Another place where it's very easy to get subpixeled, so I actually exit the rolling state for a little bit there. Oh, nice little graphical glitch there. Another thing that just happens sometimes. Okay, I think it fixed itself now. That almost certainly happened because of using the lightning shield ability at a specific time. Messed up the game loading something. I should have reset there, but by the time I remembered, wasn't really worth it anymore. So instead of doing this level as intended, I'm going to do it as intended. That's because the glitch that I was doing at the very start, before I started my run, is called as intended. Being a little careful here. It is definitely possible to go through that section faster, but it is also very easy to die if you do so. And dying is slow. I've already done it a couple times, I'd rather not do it again. I'm also going to try to keep my... my fire shield. If I had kept it, well, I can be a little more aggressive here. Well, that's unfortunate. It's actually not hard to avoid that death, even if you go in there with a spin dash like I did. I just had bad timing this time. Okay, now I can do that without worrying about it. Let's not do this again. I wanted to stop there. At least Flying Battery has really, really good music. So there's that. You get to hear more of it. This time I'm not even gonna spin dash. Insta-shield, please? What? No. Probably would have hit the spikes there. Yep. Alright, so the fire shield would have allowed me to get in that little opening you saw pass by to the right without having to go this way. So that's why I wanted it. Oop. There we go. That was dangerous, but fortunately I know how to deal with it. YOLO. So yeah, it's actually not that hard to insta-shield through those spike balls, which is kind of funny. Finally on to Act 2. Spinning there to get into the corkscrew a little bit faster. Whoop. Got a little bit of a weird cycle going there. I didn't trust it. Come on, let me through. I'm almost certainly going to, lose my lightning shield there, but that's okay. Wait, what am I doing? It's here that I jump over the thing. Come on. Sure, why not? This game sometimes. That was not how I wanted to do that area. But whatever. Why am I doing this? You wait for it. Then you spin dash. Now, it is possible to do a double spin dash. So you do a fast spin dash from here with this off screen, then two really quick spin dashes. You can skip that. You can also do it back this way and skip this one. Instead, I'm just going to do the boring thing and wait here. Because, you know, glitches. Do the fat. This right here is not a glitch. There's just nothing there. It looks like there's something there, but there isn't. We call it the hiding place. I agree, Sonic. Little bit of cosmetic glitching there. Does not affect the game in any way except for looking silly. So we don't care about it. There's a level wrap that is pretty easy to do with Sonic in Sando 1 now, which is almost unfortunate because I actually really enjoy this stage, Glitchless. Okay, do I have to... Do you want me to pause? After my run, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of slope jumping, fair amount of tight platforming in Sando 1 Glitchless, and I like it. And now it's all skipped in the glitched run. That one's a little tricky. I was like a frame early from the slope I wanted to jump from. That time I just didn't jump high enough. Are you kidding me? There we go. Whoop. Yeah. I could have made it through there if I hadn't bonked on the spikes. Now this boss, which we all wish we could skip. Amusingly, one of the strats that was found recently is a co-op strat, where you beat this boss, and at a very precise timing, you get Tails to pick Sonic up, put him down in that sand. So instead of entering Act 2, you die after having the score countdown. And that puts you back at the beginning of the act. And you can beat Act 1 again and have the game update your state to being in Lava Reef. I'm gonna get that. I'm also gonna get an extra life from score really soon here, so that's not even super necessary, but it's definitely helpful, because there are some crush deaths that can happen in this level. There are also a lot of instances where I'm going to have to remind myself, this is glitchless, this is glitchless. The first one is coming up right here, because this level wraps vertically, so you can despawn these gates that I'm opening instead here. And that means that I sometimes forget and start to do the glitch strat. Another one is right up here. So if you jump from the flat part here, do a full jump from that flat part, and hug the left wall, holding left, you will just clip through the floor. Nice and easy. And I did not want to lose my shield there. I can save a bit of time if I'm able to maintain it through this sandfall section. But it's really easy to lose it at one point or another, so I'm not surprised that happened. Can still do a little bit of a skip there by doing a slope jump, but not as much as I would prefer. And the speed shoes hardly matter here because there's a part coming up where I need to wait for the sand because I otherwise can't jump right here. So with the lightning shield, I would be able to jump onto this earlier, so I could have done that whole section faster. So it goes. Another place I have to remind myself not to do a glitch. And you can just spin dash and jump in there, so that's nice and quick. It was a little bit dangerous there. That happens sometimes. But if you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to avoid getting crushed. Insta shield is strong. Oop. Oh, come on. There we go. Now, in Lava Reef 1, there is a potential incidental glitch that does save time, so I'm going to go out of my way to avoid it. Basically, if you spin dash here and hold right, you sometimes just clip into the floor there, and holding right means you zip, and fall down right by this fire shield that I'm about to get. So obviously that saves a little bit of time, but it's a glitch, so I make sure to avoid it because it can happen randomly. You can also clip into the stairs there, but that's a glitch. Saves a nice amount of time to just not doing it, because this is a glitchless run. Come on. Losing my shield there is intentional, because I want insta-shield for this boss. Yeah, there are a lot of glitches in this game, and I'm not doing them. So it's something to talk about. Kill the boss in that position so that I get the fire shield. You can clip yourself into the floor and do a level wrap, but... Or rather, it's not a level wrap. No, it is. It is a level wrap. It just kind of ends in a weird way. I didn't want to fall down there. My brain just decided to think that I was opening this gate. And are you ready for the worst boss in the game? Because I can't skip it in Glitchless. It's not even hard to skip. At least as far as, oh, come on. At least as far as, stair clips go. Note the 145. And pay attention to how long it takes for me to get to the boss and then to defeat the boss. This is almost entirely an auto-scroller. There's one point where it technically isn't. And there the big thing is you just want to avoid soft locking and having to die. Also, fun fact, this is actually its own stage according to the game. if you go into level select, this is Lava Reef 3. Okay, now I want to make sure I have that guy or that guy on screen, because the boss doesn't pop up until one of those reaches the bottom. If you don't have one spawned or on screen, well, you're stuck here. And since I had a fire shield, that would have been extra bad, because I would have just been standing here on the lava, having to wait for a time over, or beat all of Lava Reef again in order to get back. It would be faster to beat Lava Reef 1 and 2 in that case. .46. 2 minutes. Not even entertaining. Although I guess I may have made it a little entertaining by losing my rings at the end. Whoop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It is also possible to clip through these stairs, but there's nothing below it, so you just die if you do it. Kind of funny, though. I got a slinky, so it's alright. And now we also get to punish Knuckles for being such a big meanie to us all this time. Give him a little spanking. Then he decides that's enough. Whoa. Yeah, fine. I'll just go up. Come on. There we go. It is possible to skip that boss, but I wasn't getting the skip reliably enough. I did that in practice earlier. You hold down there. That boss was not designed with insta-shield in mind, being from Sonic 2 and all. And oh man, does it show. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I climb up there. Come on. Get me over here. Now, I could have skipped all the way to this part of the stage pretty much right from the start, but it involves a glitch, so... Not even a questionable thing, like, absolutely involves a glitch. Five hits, nice. Alright, now this is the other time-saving reset. The one that saves the most time. Because the cutscene after beating that level to get into Death Egg is quite long. Rushed that a little bit. I wanted to do a spin, charge a spin dash there, not jump. Almost. It is possible to do a 3-tap spin dash and a short jump and just go right to that spring. Feels good when you do it. Wanted to jump there. Now, this is a boss that intimidates a lot of people, but once you know how to do it, it's not so bad. For the first phase, having the lightning shield really helps, because you can just get right up on top of it, and if you're good or lucky, you can get all 8 hits just at once. I'm going to try to manipulate the platforms. There we go. Nice. So, depending on which side of the boss you're on, that changes which way those spike platforms rotate. So I was able to manipulating them into basically stopping long enough for me to get the kill. 2:16 is a really solid time, and it could have been much closer to 2:10 if I hadn't jumped off that one platform earlier. Getting my lightning shield back. And it does save a little bit of time later on, so I am going to try to keep it. Go in there to reset the stairs so I can get past them a little quicker. I'm going to jump over that because there's a water shield down below, and it is really easy to get that water shield by mistake. Now this is the place where it's really easy to lose your shield. But it's also where you want it. Oh crap, really? That was dumb. Oop. You can also zip using that door, but I'm obviously not doing that. And it has a chance to soft lock you too, because it can shut you up into the, well, down into the ceiling, because you're inverted there. And we're getting pretty close to the end here. Just got this boss and then a series of other bosses. Don't mind the fact that I'm falling through there. This is also considered too minor. It's also incredibly easy to do. Just jump out of a spin dash, do a full jump out of a spin dash, and there you go. But yeah, this boss is a joke, if you know this strat. If you exit this fast enough, you can cause a glitch. I'm obviously not doing that. Instead, I'm having Sonic just push air, because that's funny. First section here, the fingers, just spin dash, get a bunch of hits each cycle. And then there's this, and then there's the chase, and then the fade out. Time is on the fade out. So we're almost done here. Audio cue. Whoop. It was a little hard to tell. I thought I heard it stop, but it didn't. The explosion noise is my cue. And I have my TV quiet so that there's no echo. And time. So it looks like that was underestimate. Not by as much as I would have liked, but hey. $113.32 looks like. Cool. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. That is a much more normal version of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles speedrun than you would see in a glitched run. If you want to see a good version of that, just check out the AGDQ run, because Joey Baby destroyed the game. At any rate, let's throw it over to a restreamer with better internet, hopefully. Thanks for having me. Go ahead and cut whenever.
Alright guys, again, I apologize for the internet. Thankfully, we do have a replacement restreamer. One of our recent restreamers that has joined in with us is going to take over here soon. Again, I apologize. I've never had this much trouble with my internet before. This is just as frustrating for you guys as it is for me. Hopefully tomorrow these issues will be resolved and we won't have these problems. But for now, I'm gonna put on the music. And again, I do want to point out that we are about $41 from the $100 mark, which put us 1/5 of the way to our first goal. So, make sure to hit the check out the donations, exclamation point donate, exclamation point incentives. And if you would like to know a little bit more about us, you can use exclamation NoGA. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the music play, and we'll go ahead and get the restreamers switched over. So the stream will cut for a second, and then it should be back with the new restreamer. But I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with the internet not being trash. But again, sorry about this, everybody.